Hello, everybody, and welcome here from inside of Perez Motorsports Campus. It is the start of the brand new Electric Racing Tour season. It's the Electric Racing Tour Hankook E-Cup Series. It's the Napa Auto Parts 200 from the new Perez Motorsports Campus. I'm your commentator and host today, Nick the Rabbit, with the Electric Racing Tour. Sold out crowd here in Rockmart, Georgia, just northwest of the city of Atlanta. And this beautiful little Cathedral of Speed will host 80 laps of Cup racing and then 60 laps of truck racing later tonight. A lot of new faces and a lot of returning faces here in the field today. Let's take a look at one of those returning faces as we get ready to start, as Quirt, driving an abomination of a dinosaur car, came just short of winning the championship last season. He's going to be looking for that title hunt here this season as we enter the fourth season of competition, driving once again with that number 29 for Perez Motorsports and with the reintroduction of the Teams Championship. Should be very interesting to see how that goes. Another returning driver is Alex Prime. Drove a little bit of a different manufacturer last season. They'll be moving in with Wind River Racing and the Toyota camp, trying to get themselves into a better position in the championship standings as well. One last person of note that is returning random, re-signing with Wind River Racing, driving the number 27 Toyota Camry this season. Let's see what he can do here in his what should be his first full season back in the Electric Racing Tour. A couple of drivers, a couple of rookies to note here heading into today's race. Brett, driving his Ford Mustang Mach-E, the number 19 for 307 Motorsports, an owner driver and an old friend of ours here, also in need of a new sponsor because he lost his beer money. Another notable rookie coming in is Sushi, who will be driving the Mac Tonight Ford Mustang this season. They had a really good tryout. They kind of struggled a little bit in qualifying, but they're trying to prove why they belong in the E-Cup Series. They'll unfortunately be rounding out the back of the field here today. Another notable rookie driving the number 44 is Wolf Day from Denmark. They carried a lot of speed in tryouts. They're looking here to get a good result on their first ever race, their Electric Racing Tour debut. And I do believe that they'll be participating in the truck race later this evening, so there'll be something to watch out for as the race day progresses and into tomorrow's race at Homestead. And with that, the question we always start every race off for the drivers: are you ready? Their stream is started. At least I think it is. Let me double check. Because then that means I probably was just talking to myself. And, yep, we are live. So, 5 people watching, so that's pretty good. Anyway, with that being said, everybody is ready to go. And we got a driver that's returned to the ERT Hankook E-Cup Series. It is Priscilla Perez, driving a blank car, although she is registered as the number 16 Ford Mustang Mach-E. She does not have her scheme ready yet, so we'll hopefully have that for her for Homestead. She'll be starting second today. Anyway, drivers are ready to go. Today's race will be 80 laps. The truck race later this evening will be 60 laps, so a pretty big racetrack. This was also the same lap count that we'll have for Homestead tomorrow. Drivers are ready to go. But we'll just double check one more time. By the way, Court has friends that are tuning in, so hello to those people. We hope you're having a great day here on the newly rebranded Perez Sports Network, no longer the Perez Motorsports Network. Hopefully you had a great day watching the Six Flags NR 2003 races. With that being said, the first race, it is the... Shoot, I forgot the name. Napa Auto Parts 200. We're ready to go. I know you guys are getting antsy. I just got to get this put in real quick. And as always, starting off with the countdown from 5. Pole sitter is Quirt. In second is Priscilla. And we are underway from Perez Motorsports Campus. It is the Electric Racing Tour Season 4 on Perez Sports Network. And a first corner, they have mostly survived. There were a couple people back there that got into the wall a little bit. Watch it on the walls, guys. The 45 almost got into the tire barrier that's part of the short track here. 3 wide for 4th place through the middle. And the 44, the rookie, Wolf Day, the Danish driver, going for a bonsai move. It's 3 wide, 2 rows deep. Brett behind the 27, the 01 of Blediak. Up into the bottom here. We got a big crash into the corner. Bled's around. The 45's around. Yellow is out. Multi-car accident. Only one or two of them were able to keep going. And we've got another accident up there with Brett in the 92. Big crash. The 29 is dead. Into the opening. That is definitely a caution. If you weren't a big fan of the call on the yellow on the 45, well, now we have no other option but to throw the yellow as Court goes into the inside wall. Whew. What an opening to this race. 1 lap, and we kind of, Brett said something very interesting during practice. I said that, I said something along the lines of, do you think we're going to survive 80 laps? And he's like, we're not even going to survive 10. And looks like that is definitely the case here. So first caution of the day, Wolf Day will lead him back to the yellow here. And a little bit of lag for a couple of people here today. It's a little bit of a detailed track, as you can see. Those flags don't move, so that kind of hopefully even things out a little bit. But and the trees are just little PNGs put together, but still a lot of fans in the stands that can be toggled off. So today's race is a day-to-night race, which means, as you can see, with the button on my screen that says advanced time, it does advance the time, and that should be only visible to me or some specified admins. But every 20 laps or so, I will advance the time. So this will eventually turn into a night race. So that should be a lot of fun under the lights, and the truck race will be the same way. Wolf Day is your leader. Everyone's laps will be at 4. We have a 3-lap runoff. That is a difference between us and most leagues. It is a 4-lap runoff. Who's NASCAR fan? I know we have a NASCAR fan in this series, but this is not him. Bugsby Butt 2005. Oh, it's a friend of yours. Okay. That makes sense. So change NASCAR. And he left before I could change the laps, so. Yeah, 27 and 92 are teammates. So is the 44. By the way, it's a Wind River Racing top 3 right now. 44, 27, and 92 belonging to the Wind River Racing camp. A lot of Toyotas in the field today, by the way. I just realized. Are we ready to go? Please, for the love of God, control yourselves. Yoder dominance. That's crazy, bro. 2, 1. Green flag back in the air here at Perez Motorsports Campus as they whir away into turn 1. And a lot of problems on the high side back there. 5 and deep. And it's 3 wide back there, but 4, I believe that is 8th or 7th place. They're all packed together like a can of sardines into turn 2 here. Remember, a little bit of a weird shaped layout. We got a crash! Big crash! Someone on their lid! That is going to bring out another yellow, and I believe that was Sushi on their roof. They will eventually flip over because of the script. Does take a little bit, but that is a flip. First flip of the season. We had a flip in practice, and we thought it would probably strengthen itself out a little bit from there, but crazy. We didn't see who it was, so no penalty is going to be handed out that time. Do need you guys to watch. Brett, make sure you cross the line, dude. Just so it counts your thing. There you go. Yeah, crazy. Very crazy restart there. Onto that straightaway back over that way. Well, I guess you can't really even call it a straightaway. You could probably just call it like a little tunnel turn, but crazy. And Priscilla is saying that they went 5 wide. Absolutely fucking not, Court. Absolutely not. These guys can't do anything under green, let alone pacing. Okay, who are all these random kids joining the freaking game? Isn't there a Does that race in the truck series? What the fuck was that? Change. Okay. So we should be ready to go once they... We're coming close to being an eighth of the way through the race. And keep in mind, still got trucks coming up on after this on the Perez Sports Network. Coverage of that race will start at around 7 o'clock or so. Or whenever this race gets... or whenever this race... Oh, and does ask to race, which means... ban. There's a thing on the spawn box that says you will get banned. So... And we have some calamity in the back here. Now they're kind of spread out just a little bit. Still 10 drivers in the race. They're kind of a little bit single file. It's kind of like Atlanta in a way, isn't it? As the 45 tries to duck in, the AutoNation Toyota. And into the wall they go, but they keep it clean coming into this little tunnel turn. And give those positions back. Give those positions back. Give the positions back to the 44 and the 45. Okay, you're good, you're good, you're good. So that was... He dipped below the yellow line. We caught that on live stream, too. In full 4... actually, I don't know if it's 4K. It might just be 1080p. And they will come across and do a clean lap. There is a God. And now the 44, the 27 battling here. The 44 on the bottom. Here comes Quirt driving the Roxy car, the Ford Mach-E, based off one of the GT3 drivers from IMSA. And laps are broke. Oh, okay, hold on. Or change. Uh-oh, we got problems. We got problems. I'm trying to fix laps and pay attention at the same time. Okay, so they managed to survive. They're onto the back straightaway here before they enter the final corner. So far, decent. Try and keep it above the yellow, guys. Try and keep it above the yellow. Alex almost kills the pack behind them. And now Quirt is having issues coming into the tunnel turn here. And look at Blen, one of the Polish drivers in the field. Or actually the only Polish driver. There's a lot more in the truck series, but he is currently looking for that first place spot. Drove the 97 last year. Now he's driving the 01 for Perez Motorsports, which has bounced around like a lady at a college party. That Orland Ford is trying its damnedest to get wrecked there by the 29. These two are teammates. Keep that in mind. Quirt and Blen are both on Perez Motorsports. And we got problems as some of the Wind River Racing Toyotas try to get up to the front. It's 3 wide for second place. This is a very dangerous spot. 4 wide for second going through the first corner. Now it's back. It's settled down a little bit. It's still 3 wide. 2 Wind River, 1 Perez. And Quirt, like we said at the top of the show, he's vying for a championship this season. He knew he had about 5 or 6 wins last year. I can't remember how many, but he was... Oh my God, we got problems. The 92 into the wall. Still 3 wide for second on the back straightaway. Lap number 12. This is the longest green flag run we've had today. Man, if you are tuning in on Perez Sports Network, you are having the time of your life watching this one. It was the Six Flags NR 2003 Cedar Point Series earlier this afternoon. That was an exciting finish. And now we transition over to Roblox. It's not really a finish yet, but it's been a very exciting race from start to finish so far. 2 by 2 here. Couple of rows deep. 27 out in the lead. He's going to have a run here. Blen working with Quirt on the high side. Down to the bottom of the 44 and the 92, trying to get something going. It's kind of, you're seeing some classic super speedway tangoing going on here. Alex, I don't think the speed's broke. Like I said, these cars are slowing down on the exit of the corners for some reason. It's doing it at Homestead, too. Speaking of which, on Perez Sports Network, tomorrow, the Truck Series and the Cup Series, a doubleheader from Homestead Miami Speedway in Homestead, Florida. That will be tomorrow at 5 and 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Perez Sports Network. I also have the Six Flags Cup Series tomorrow as the Cup Series heads to the Daytona International Speedway for their 500. You can catch that here on the Perez Sports Network as well. Your home for the Electric Racing Tour and the Six Flags NR 2003 Series. Kane is going 139 for some reason. Okay, should we call a yellow? I don't. The draft breaks speed. That's going to have to be something we have to investigate for Homestead. I'm just going to throw the yellow because Kane's having issues with his speed. That's not quite fair to him. So keep in mind this is our first race that we've had proper draft. I'm going to have to get someone to come in and help us with that for Homestead or maybe even Navajo. Obviously we won't have draft at Bowman Gray next week because that's a quarter-mile track, but so this week we got Perez and Homestead. Next week we got Bowman Gray Stadium, the Madhouse. It'll be next Saturday. On next Sunday, that'll be Navajo Speedway, the treacherous little bull ring in the Navajo Nation of Arizona. Usually is our second to last race of the season, but I have moved it up to the fourth race of the season. So Priscilla is actually pitting. So I guess whoever that Toyota is, you can move up unless you're pitting. Never mind. So Sushi, you can take that grid slot that's in front of you. Okay, we have a couple people pitting, so we have some people we have a couple people that are choosing to pit. We're waiting for this last driver to come through. Is there anyone else that's pitting? Okay, so this countdown is for the pits, by the way. Make sure you press the button when you're in your pit stop, okay? And do not push, for the love of Christ. I will be watching to make sure you stop, so do keep that in mind. Napa Auto Parts 200 has been extremely chaotic so far here to start off Season 4. And into the box they go. I think everybody's pressed the button, and I will know because that light will flash red. Okay, 45. Do not jump here. Okay, no jumps so far. And the 29 will win the race off pit road. Everybody actually has a really good stop there. If not a little too cautious. The 29 will take that last spot that's available here. Guys, okay, 44, I want you to move. 92, I want you to move into this top grid slot here. Oh no, they're AFK. So 44, I want you to take this grid slot. 01's fine, 19 is fine, 55 is fine. So that means I want Quirt on this one. Whoever came out second on pit road, I want you here. Priscilla, what do you mean switch the car? Oh, like delete your car and respawn it? Yeah, you can do that. Priscilla, I'd rather... Yeah, actually, yeah, do change. I want you to drive a Ford. Or not Ford. Wait, no. Damn it. You're signed to a Toyota team. I don't know what I'm saying. You know what, fine, whatever. If you want to switch you go ahead. You're driving a generic car, it doesn't really matter. So Alex is currently AFK because their parents are being douchebags, which is not surprising. Change others laps 17. Oh. Change NASCAR laps 0. Okay, Alex is back. Alex, you are in this grid slot right here. Please, God, do not break the speeds again. I don't know why it's doing that. This is not what I had on my bingo card. This is not something that I expected. I know we had some issues in the testing race, but I didn't think they were really that grand, so I don't know what's going on, but we'll try to have that fixed. Other than that, are we ready to go? Oh, I think you're supposed to go 160 out of draft. I think you are. Yeah, you're supposed to go. I think you're supposed to go 160 out of draft. Or yeah, or okay, that makes more sense then. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think I think I know what's going on actually, but I'll investigate that after the race. I'm not worried about it right now. We'll have it fixed for Homestead, hopefully though. So let's just go. I know you guys are getting antsy. We are an hour away from the truck race, so we got to get this done quickly. Oh, I did not mean to put it at 5, but that doesn't really matter. Cool. Boogity, 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 let's go racing, you bunch of hot dogs. I love that. Good old DW. Thing is, we're not that far from Tennessee, so... Isn't that where he was born, Franklin, Tennessee? And they're going to go 4 wide for the lead. This can only end badly. And we got problems. Hard hit into the back. Oh, and I'm going to call a yellow for that. Yep, that wasn't good. That was definitely not good. That was a hard lick, and that would have definitely killed someone in real life. That looked like Kyle Busch's 2015 Xfinity Series wreck. Sure, Court. Yeah, sure. Oh, someone got Dale Earnhardt. Well, that would have definitely brought out the yellow there. So, hey, I made the right call again. Suck it. Okay. So, who was the dynamic duo that wrecked back there? Was that Rapid and someone else? Someone got absolutely friggin' murked. Yeah, of course Priscilla was involved in it. You can skip out on Napra. Okay, let's get this done. Oh, thank God NASCAR left, so I don't have to change his laps. Okay. Okay, let's get this done. So, some people have Napra, some people have the trucks coming up, so let's get this done. 92, what are you doing? Oh, you're waiting for... Yep, 2 dead cars. So if you get involved in a wreck, there has to be 2 cars that don't get it going within 3 seconds in order for a yellow. So we probably should have been doing that to begin with, but, you know, I guess we learn as we go. So let's just go. Please, God, don't stall. And the 29 gets a boost from the 92. Oh, the 44 getting bounced around like a beach ball. Good Lord. Okay, 55. Watch going below the yellow line on passes, okay? That's your warning. You didn't gain any position, so I'll let it go for now. 3 wide, 2 rows deep there. It's 2, 3, 3, almost 4 back there. This is classic super speed. Okay, guys, watch it back there. 19X and 55 especially. Watch it on the wall taps. You're going to kill somebody. 0-1 throws kind of a Logano block there in the 92, but they keep it clean up on the front 4 so far. 45 does send the 29 up, and we got a Dale Earnhardt situation. The 0-1 is going to keep it going. Still green. A little bit of smoke back there. That kind of scared me a little bit. Surprisingly, no 1 out of 3s yet. You guys have actually kept it clean, and as soon as I say that. Still green, still green. Mac tonight. Just going the way of the advertising campaign there. Just all hopes and dreams dead. So we've had half the field pit on that second most recent caution. So I'm wondering when the others are going to pit, because that's going to be interesting. They're not going. I don't think they're going to finish the race on this single charge that they have. So far, a pretty clean lap on that one, though. So they do head into lap 24, and we got problems. Okay, so Quirt has pretty much gone from first to last there. Who is that? Is that Wolf up in the front? Yes, it is. The red car's doing pretty well here on the top side. 0-1 and the 44. Both of them European drivers. Glenn looking for his first career win. He came close a couple times in Season 3 toward the end of the season. We know he's a very capable driver. It's just he's looking for that first one. But here comes Brett in his first ever start in the Electric Racing Tour. Absolutely hates the idea of electric cars, but he is racing here, and he's racing well so far. Oh, we got problems in the back. I see somebody in the grass. Yeah, there you go, 45. There you go. Don't linger in the grass for too long. You might get a 1 out of 3. And Kane is apparently going 155. Well, it looks like his speed is fixed. I think the draft, like the length, or like the draft, the way that it goes down, I think it's bugged a little bit. I think I know what's going on. I think I know exactly what's going on. So we'll fix it for Homestead. And if we have enough time, we might get a small fix in for the truck race. Oh, I hear squealing. 4 wide in the back. That's not a good sign. And we are almost 20, 40, 60, 80. Shoot, I can't count. We're almost, I think we're about almost 40% of the way through this race. It's a pretty tight race so far. Although we've got 2 different packs that have formed here. You got the top 4 pretty much under a blanket, and then everybody else is just back here from 5th on down. And that might be some of the cars that have probably had their speed broken. So kind of have to manage that a little bit. It does kind of throw a wrench into things. You know that if the draft breaks, you're pretty much screwed. So some of these drivers trying to manage that. Kind of like real life, you know, if something goes wrong with the car, you kind of have to try to manage it. It's like when Alan Kulwicki broke his gear at Atlanta in the 1992 Atlanta race. The Hooters 400, I believe it was. Oh, good Lord, we got problems. We got problems and people are dying. Yeah, that's a yellow. That was 3 seconds, and that was 2 cars dead. So that's a yellow. And that also gives some of you a chance to get your speed fixed. Another thing, too, I'm wondering if the limiter being... I wonder if the limiter being on that corner is causing issues, too. Because I have it there for that reason, to help fix speed so people don't have to go down pit road. But I'm wondering if that's having problems. I will scale it back just in case, but I just will have to see. You know, it's experiment. It's the first race of the season. That's what we have to understand here. We're gonna have some problems that pop up, and we'll have them patched. Sushi, what are you doing? Sushi, you do realize you're gonna be sent to the back, right? Pits were closed. Why is your memory 1000? Well, the pits are closed until I say so. So you guys lining up right now, you're good. You guys lining up right now are good. So it's Sushi that kind of broke the rules there. Oh, Alex has got to get dinner real quick. Well, I kind of have to pee. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to hold it. I'll get a UTI for you guys. It's fine. Because we got to get this race done. Because Alex has NAPRA. You guys probably don't want to be here for too much longer. Especially if you're running the truck race tonight. So, pits ready. Everybody's pitting. Holy hell. So we know we had a lot of people come to. Oh, not well. There's 3 people staying out, but you get my point. We had a lot of people come in on that 3rd caution. So a lot of these people just playing catch up with their fuel or with their battery here. Everybody does press the red button here so far. Even the rookies are getting it. I'm actually pretty impressed. A lot of people making their debut today. They're still getting the rules. We're trying to get a more advanced fuel system in, but for now, this is the best we got. So I'm glad you guys are still doing good with it. 29 must have pressed the button in front of him there. The race off pit road, Brett is going to lose that race off pit road. Although, honestly, where do you want to be at this place on restarts? You want to be at the front, the middle, or the back? That's my question. Personally, I would much rather... I like to restart at super speedways at the back, because if someone wrecks, then that's free positions, right? But, like, I always hear this one saying in auto racing, like, the closer you are to the front, like, the more likely you are to get taken out. And I think that's kind of the case here. Okay, red flag real quick. I gotta go use the restroom. We're gonna take a quick commercial break here, or I guess quote-unquote commercial break here on Perez Sports Network. Have an onboard camera of Brett while I'm gone. I'd like to welcome you back here on the Perez Sports Network. It is the Electric Racing Tour Hankook E-Cup Series here from Perez Motorsports Campus. And Alex is, yep, that's what I was afraid of. Oh. So Alex is not going to finish this race, I don't think. Damn it. This has never been an issue before. So we got a night race here, technically. It's not a him. So Brett's taking some meds real quick. We hope you're having a great day here on the Perez Motorsports Network. It's been a great night of racing. We still got more coming up for you after this. As we got the Maverick E-Truck Series coming up after this. As they'll get ready for their 60-lap race at Perez Motorsports Campus. Hope you'll join us for that. We're waiting on Brett. That's okay. Brett's ready, so we're all ready to go. Everybody's ready. Of course, Priscilla's not ready. Okay, Priscilla, you're gonna get a 1 out of 3. You're getting a 1 out of 3. I don't give a fuck. You're getting a 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3 and a 2 to back. 1 out of 3 and 2 to the back. If you dance on that car, you're going to get a 2 out of 3. I'm not fucking doing this with you today. Get in your cock-sucking car. Okay, thank you. Oh, that is her car. I don't know why I thought the pink one was hers. Priscilla, what are you doing? Turn the fuck around! Nope, that's it. I'm not doing this. Oh, wait, no, that's right, that's right. She is going to the back. No, 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 no. You're right. You're right, you're right, you're right. Park is rescinded. I'm so sorry. Yes, if you were... Yes, move up, move up, move up. Everybody back there that was behind Priscilla, move up. I'm so sorry. I forgot. I need to get Priscilla's scheme done as soon as possible because that gray car was throwing me off. I keep thinking she's... I keep looking for a 16. Surely you guys understand that. Okay, well, just gonna go. Oh, the 44 is going to have a wheel hop into the corner there. I made the track as smooth as possible. I think they just kind of had issues there on the line. And who is that in the lead? It is a Toyota, and I think it is not Blen. It's definitely somebody else. It's Rapid. Rapid in the lead. His first time leading today, and he's got the 92 pushing him a fellow Toyota. It's Toyotas in the top 4 here. And it's going to be almost 3 wide, although 27 will think better of it. He'll try to look for that push from his teammate. Wind River Racing in a train on the bottom here. He's got Quirt. There's Brett there on the 5th place spot in that bottom lane. He's technically 6th right now. And they'll keep it clean for the lap. And they're getting better. They're getting a lot better at racing cleaner in the pack. Don't want to pull out of the draft too early, but if you kind of are in a position where you have to do that, then that kind of sucks for you, doesn't it? Ooh, and the Rapid goes a little tight in the corner there. You can definitely see it. So this car is kind of hit or miss at this track. You either are way too tight in the corner or you get a very good corner. And that's a flip. Priscilla's flipped. We don't have any choice but to cause a yellow there. Just going to have to change laps as soon as possible and get back going, so I don't mean to rush you guys, but I just want to get the truck race done. And Wolf will lead him back to the line, followed by Blen, followed by... That is not Rapid. That was somebody else. I think it was Brett that led him back to the 3rd place spot. So it's not a perfect lap counter, but it's definitely... Yep, okay, so Alex is going to be our first DNF, unfortunately. That's still very good points in the grand scheme of things. Alex taking priority with Napra, unfortunately. Not that I blame them, but still. How did Quirt flip into the pits? Well, Rapid, we'll probably be done in less than 30 minutes. Okay, Priscilla, if you hit him head on, I might have to give you a 1 out of 3. So is Quirt I think Quirt's the only one pitting, so... Quirt... So we are almost halfway through here at Perez Motorsports Campus. If there's somebody that's going to join this race, they have 4 laps to do so before the server is locked. You have until halfway to join. So do keep that in mind. So Alex is our first DNF. They will be credited with 10th place. We still have 9 cars left, so still a lot bigger of a field than I thought. Getting back underway. Guys, please try to stay above the yellow if possible. I know it's not exactly easy with the banking, but... Okay, 19 trying to see if he can make it work on the top side. He's got the push coming from Rapid. Priscilla on the bottom trying to get the 27 some help there, but we got chaos there as they go a little way too tight into the corner. That might just be a setup issue. Cars are a little rear heavy for those who are watching. We know that was a common complaint last year. I might have to take a blank car into studio and see if I can fix that. Uh-oh, got problems. 19 on the quarter panel of the 0-1. Brett is of German descent, so do keep that in mind. A little bit of the irony between him and Blen when they run into each other on the track. Of German and Russian descent. They might share a fifth of vodka with each other. You never know. So we got 3 different packs back here. Is the speed broken on Wolf and Priscilla? Or not Priscilla, but Rapid? Or did they just get into an accident with each other? Oh, a crash. Okay, that makes sense. Well, that pack kind of just closed itself up as soon as it started. Quirt into the lead on his gay-ass pink car. His little My Little Pony 29. I made that car, by the way, and it makes me want to kill myself. And here comes the 0-1. That Orland car, the irony of a gas station company being on an electric car is not lost on me, but that Orland Ford is going to put himself to the lead. He did lead lap 38. 2 laps to go until halfway here in the Napa Auto Parts 200 here at Perez Motorsports Park. Don't forget the Waffle House 150 coming up after this. A 60-lap race for the trucks. That'll be right here on Perez Sports Network. We got problems. Blends into the grass. The 27 to 55. They're all into the grass. They keep it going for the most part. And only Blen is going to be left to pick up the pieces there. He's going to have to hope for a yellow. And we got a Dale Earnhardt situation there in the corner. Big crash. 45. Runs right on through him. Still green. Only 1 car was unable to keep it going there. Remember, still only 2 here. And Random's blaming Sushi for that one. The 55 car. 2 different teams. I forgot if Sushi's on Perez or not. I think she is, or they are. And now here comes Wolf, the Dane, trying to go to the bottom here. And Priscilla's in P2. How? We got a Perez Motorsports 1, or check that actually. I keep forgetting Priscilla is on Wind River Racing now. But she is a part of the Perez family, so let's put it that way. I guess 2 Perez affiliated cars. 1, 2 here is Quirt. Will lead 2 laps in a row here. Very hard to do at a super speedway. And we got some smoke in the back. I'm trying to circle through the camera to see what's going on. Couldn't tell if that was the restart zone or if there was a car on the bottom. But Blen's trying to get to the 45. He's in the 45's draft. That'll help him out a lot. And by the way, we are past halfway. No points bonus, unfortunately. But Quirt can add that to his little trophy cabinet here. He led it halfway at Perez Motorsports Park. A lot of these drivers trying to be the first ever winner at Perez Motorsports Park in front of a sellout crowd here in Rockmart, Georgia. Here in the outside, just barely outside the Atlanta Metro. Wolf Day to the back bumper. It's been Perez Motorsports versus Wind River Racing all night so far. And here they go into the corner. Lap 50 will be the next change in the time, by the way. Almost 4 wide for second back there, and I just lagged. On the bottom, I got a couple of the generic Toyotas. It's Rapid and Priscilla. You can tell it's Priscilla because of the pink character, and that's about it. 44 being pushed there, 44 pushes the 29. We got a lot of chaos there up into the banking. They save it. It was a Kyle Busch level save. Great job there by the generic Toyotas to keep it going. Priscilla in her first race back in the ERT got banned because of some threats she made last season. She is running. Oh, we got problems. Huge crash in the back. Priscilla and Rapid. I think Priscilla got to the back bumper there. I'm just going to say a verbal warn there for Priscilla. Looked like just kind of, I'm not going to say it was intentional because it wasn't, because, I don't know, it was just a racing incident, but that's just something she needs to keep an eye on. And that's just another Dale Earnhardt moment for Brett. And we knew coming into this race that he was going to be an aggressive driver. He is not afraid to mix it up a little bit here, especially trying to get a good showing in his first ever race. I think he'll be running in the truck race tonight. I'm not sure. But he is registered with the Truck Series, so hopefully we'll be able to see a little bit more of him tonight in that 60-lap race, which might turn into 50 laps. I'm not quite sure. I think we'll just go with 50 laps for the truck race. With the Waffle House 150 coming up right after this on Perez Sports Network. And I'm lagging really, really badly. I don't know what's going on. Oh, we got problems. Huge crash. 5 cars involved, and then most of them keep it going to 55. The only one not able to keep it going. Still green. You guys wanted the 2-car dead thing. And Sushi is not happy with Brett right now. They have a very good reason to be upset. I don't know. We might have to look back at the chat, or we might have to look back at the broadcast there to see if that was the 19X's fault there. But Brett just racing aggressively. He warned everybody too that he was gonna try to target a couple people today. So, although he hasn't really, I haven't noticed him going after one of his specific targets. I'm not going to disclose who, but he is currently up into 5th place right now out of 9 cars. It is a very good points day if this were to be the final lap. He's doing really well so far to start us off at a track that has been not kind to anybody today. Rookies, veterans, or in between. Wolf Day into check that, not second. They are up into 3rd, about to get into 4th as the 0-1 has a massive run as he gets into the draft of his fellow Ford. The 2 Perez Motorsports Fords working together as they'll get by Kane in the 45. That Toyota really doing a good job there. Once again, that's one of the debut drivers wearing the rookie stripes today. That AutoNation Toyota has been one to watch all night. And this has been, I think, our longest green flag run of the night so far. These guys are really starting to get the hang of the track and the setup here. Green flag pit stop. Who came into pit road? Rapid came into pit road. Yeah, Rapid is down pit road. He's just now exiting. So we have green flag stops here to start off the season. Season 4 of the Electric Racing Tour. We started about 14 months ago. This is the 2nd year of the mesh era here. Oh, big crash. Brett involved, and he'll keep it going. He was sandwiched between Quirt and Blen. I know Brett has had some beef with Quirt over the last couple of weeks over Quirt's automation game skills. So, and he also had a couple things to say about... He was the first one to comment on Quirt's scheme earlier this afternoon when it was finished. By the way, almost 10 laps under green so far, but that's a Dale Earnhardt moment there. And Brett into Priscilla. That's 2 cars dead. Caution is out. Well, the commentator's curse is real. I've been doing professional commentating for the last couple of years now. I did it on a semi-pro basis for 6 years before that. You'd think I would have known about the commentator's curse, but I don't normally believe in curses, but now I'm starting to believe that was a result. And I thought we were going to have a big green flag pit stop cycle. Rapid was the only one to pit. Do you think maybe he was short pitting in some way, expecting a yellow to come out? The top 3 were separated by mere milliseconds. Brett is pitting. Random's pitting. That yellow, remember guys, you don't have to wait at that wall there. The yellow line is the absolute limit. You can start back there if you want to. I don't really care as long as you don't cross the yellow line until I tell you to. So Brett was apparently trying to come into pit under green. So I could definitely see how that could have caused a chain reaction there. Just kind of, the only thing I have to say is just kind of have to let people, if you're in a pack like that, just let people know if you're going to pit. Oh, I see. Well, even then, still generally good advice. Yeah, whether or not that was the case. Still good advice. Just let people know if you're going to come in under green. This is for the pits, by the way. The three that are up there on the grid slots do not go. Press the button. Make sure you press the button. I know you guys have done a very good job of that so far. Nobody's jumped on pit road yet. Watch me say that, and then somebody does. "27, your light's green. 27, your light's green." You're stuck? How are you stuck? Well, Court will win the race off pit road, and it is... I think that was Brett that beat out Wolf Day, just barely. Priscilla jumped, so that means to the back. To the back. Random is stuck. I don't know what happened. Random, just respawn your car. I won't be mad. You pitted, so it doesn't really matter. So, hey, if you're gonna if the car breaks, the best place to do it is on pit road, right? Cheap ass transmission. You did an Alan Kowicki. You broke your gear trying to exit pit road. By the way, sellout crowd here in Rockmart, Georgia. Literally not a single seat available. You should have gotten your tickets. The truck race, I can tell you right now, there's not going to be as many people. I made the crowd significantly smaller. Because nobody likes the truck series in real life, so... Except me. I love the truck series. I prefer it over the Cup series. Go Lane Riggs. I'm going to buy a Lane Riggs body pillow. No, I'm just joking. Oh, I gotta change laps. Yeah, I know. So we are now down to 30 laps to go. Court is back. I don't even think there is such a thing as a Lane Riggs body pillow. Brett gets a good restart. We were watching him on that one. The 55 was trying to defend their position on the bottom. Oh, I gotta change that green. Okay. 3 wide toward the back for, I believe that will be 6th place. Other than that, drama-free through the first half of this lap. Oh, into the wall, into the catch fence. I'm not going to call it yellow because they saved it. But we got problems in the back. Yep, that's definitely a yellow. The 27 and the 55, that's 2 cars dead. But a catch fence ride there for Rapid. Oh, the 19 into the wall. He's dead. He is dead. He has been impaled. Miraculously survives. Well, Random, you kind of had the best seat there. Tell me what happened. And he dumps the 55 under caution. Yeah, Kane, I did see that. I did see that. 19, I will say, watch it on the forces, okay? Okay, I'll also keep an eye on Sushi. I'll be watching the 19 and the 55 on the restart. Just a heads up to both drivers. Okay, are we all ready to go? Oh shoot, 26 laps to go. We are at a point in the race now where the board has changed. And by the way, what the hell is Kane doing? Oh, by the way, Kane, I will say this. If you are the only one on pit road, under yellow, then you can just drive through the refuel things. You don't have to stop if you're the only one on pit road. That is a rule here. Just to save some time, you know? Wow, Random and Sushi going at it in the Roblox chat. Radio sweethearts right there. 19, I want you to take the... Do you see that grid slot that the 45 was in there or was trying to enter? I want you to get into that grid slot. So you and the 45 switch. Okay, thank you. That's great. Remember that your right hand side is the is the inside lane, so just keep that in mind. Okay. Jesus. Well, this is exactly how I thought it would go. A lot of chaos. It had a couple of good moments though in this race. I think it's been a pretty good race all around. Bit of a time-consuming one, but we have been live for 55 minutes. It's a little bit longer than our normal races, but for the most part, it's a pretty good race. We still got the trucks coming up after this. We got problems on the backstretch. They kept it going, so I'm just gonna say green. They're within drafting range, I think, so we're just gonna keep it green. And even if they're not, there's gonna be a wreck, and they're gonna get somebody in drafting range, so you know, I'm not too worried about it. I don't think anyone else should be either. So we're now into the point of the race where it is now night, pretty much. There's a little bit of orange in the sky, but other than that, it is night. 4 wide for the lead. Wolf, Brett, Random, and Quirt were all 4 wide for the lead. Could barely put a blanket underneath them. And Quirt's going to have to work together here with Rapid. These two need their laps fixed. Sorry about that, guys. I will fix laps. Okay, thank you. We got problems. Quirt is there with the 44. Green still out. I'm going to say still green. They did keep it going. It took them less than 3 seconds. Random currently in the lead right now. His last win was the Season 1 Daytona race, which was the first ERT race ever. That was back in May of 2024. He just recently returned to the series after a 3-season hiatus, though, so glad to see that he's back, though. It's been a long hiatus, but 4 wide for the lead. Man, Brett, Priscilla, the 45. Oh, we got a crash. Priscilla is able to save it. The 45 was just an innocent bystander in that. Didn't even see him go for an aggressive move, but he just got caught up in something there. I think we might just have to skip final practice for the trucks and move straight to qualifying after this, I think. So I think we'll get it done before 45, but 23 laps to go. Sushi leads that lap. Brett up there with, that's 2 rookies in the top 3 here. 2 people making their first ever ERT start in the top 3. The 45 into the top 4. That's Kane in 4th place. Gets a bump on the bottom. 3 wide for 2nd. Kane goes from 4th to 2nd in 1 corner. The AutoNation Toyota. Sorry. 23 laps to go. Brett goes to the quarter panel. Big contact there. I told you. What did I tell you? Blen is up there with Wolf off of Quirt. They're getting the draft. Three wide almost for first place there is Sushi. I think Kane led that lap, actually, but Kane, Sushi, and Random, your top 3 right now. 2 Toyotas, 1 Ford. Rest of the top 5 right now is Brett, followed by Priscilla. That is a Ford and a Toyota. And so kind of side by side there, you saw Priscilla make a pass on Brett there. She's got a little bit of help from her former teammate, Quirt, but Quirt will move there to the panel of the 27. Side by side for the lead coming into turn 4. That is Sushi up there. 2 of the rookies, Kane and Sushi, making their first starts in tonight's race. And Sushi will lead back-to-back lap, or I guess she'll lead her first lap here in a while. I think she's led a couple laps tonight, but not very many. 21 laps to go. Side by side here for position. It's starting to really clean out a little bit here. Not as many bonsai moves. These people are being a little bit patient, trying to make this race progress a little bit more naturally. But 3 wide here for 5th place. And we got trouble. Priscilla saves it. As Rapid tries to get as much as he can here, trying to take advantage. And Priscilla says, my bad in the chat. Coming around turn 4. 20 laps to go. We got problems. Brett's going to force the 29. I'm going to say a verbal warn there for Brett. He almost sent Court into the pits. Verbal warning. It is not a 1 out of 3. Not a 1 out of 3. Just a verbal warning. We got big contact up toward the front. And Brett's going to get his comeuppance there. That's going to be a yellow. Him and Wolf getting in trouble there. And the caution's going to come out. Race back to the line. And we will restart. When they come back, we'll restart with 16 laps to go. Glenn out in front. He's got 3 wide behind him in second. Kane's doing a really good job here in the second half of this race. And as soon as I say that, he gets put into the wall by Wolf Day, and Blen will lead him back, followed by Quirt. And then Kane in third, Priscilla fourth, 55 fifth, 27 sixth. Wolf Day 7th, Brett 8th, and Rapid 9th. Pits are open. Pits are open. Okay, we're ready to go? Three, 2, 1, go. Oh, we got a log jam. Okay, 01's gonna have to go to a different stall here. Okay, that works. That works. Just okay, fine. Just share the stall, I guess. That's fine. I'm just gonna have the 29, the 01 go to the back. So Kane will win the race off pit road pretty handedly. Sushi will be AFK. What a wild race here in Georgia. The first ever race at Perez Motorsports Campus, at least for points. There was a test race for the trucks a couple weeks ago, but that was the first action on the ERT side of things. Well, that was more of preseason thunder than anything. And now we settle in for the final 16 laps of the Cup race, the Truck Series coming up after this. We'll be going live at about 7:15 p.m. here from Perez Motorsports Campus, a 50-lap race in the Truck Series. And Sushi is AFK, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to get their car. Oh, never mind. Sushi is back. Okay, are we ready? Okay, they're getting themselves sorted out back there. Blen's going to move to the bottom. Remember, Blen and Quirt were sent to the back because they kind of had a shared stall on that last yellow. 3, 2, 1, go. 16 to go. Can they keep it? For these final 16 laps, I think our longest run was like 11 laps or so. Rapid's got to go in like 10 minutes, so that's not a good thing. He's probably not going to finish this race because it takes about 50 seconds to go around this racetrack. Wolf Day to the bottom. She's got Rapid right there in second. He has led a lap today, but hasn't been up on front very often. He's been in the back most of the night. He's got the 19 right there, a very eager Ford Mustang Mach-E down there in the bottom trying to get to him. Brett washes up to the middle a little bit. He'll move back down toward the grids. Now he'll move up to the far side, trying to make a move here. To the middle. 3 wide behind them. Ooh, 44 kind of squeezes the 19 there a little bit. Got to be careful up there in front. You don't want to take yourself out. It's 3 wide, couple rows deep, and we got problems. 4 wide for third place as a result. They keep it going. 15 to go from Perez Motorsports Campus. And we got problems. Brett's going to save it. He went up into the catch fence, but he keeps it on all 4 wheels. We remain green. And now we got more problems as Court is around. Guys, if you're in a situation like that, let off. Let off. Or if you're behind the car that's being jackknifed, you let off. The car that's in front, you can probably keep it on the gas, but I mean, it's pretty easy to get jackknifed in row racing, so. But Sushi is pretty upset about that whole chain of events there. Voicing their displeasure in chat. A lot of drivers, tempers flaring. That's super speedway racing for you. No matter the shape of the racetrack, Atlanta, Daytona, Perez Motorsports Campus. Just doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be a tri-oval for tempers to flare. We got problems with 44 into the catch fence. They save it. And we got another flip in the back. They keep it going. Huge chaos. Still green. Everyone kept it going somehow. We had a driver that was on his side, and he still kept it on. I think it was Rapid. Yes, it was. 13 laps to go from Perez Motorsports, and Glenn is having a stroke. Glenn is stopped. Glenn, yeah, I'm not going to call a yellow for that. He stopped and he was typing. I'm not going to call a yellow for that. I'm sorry. That's just... Typing is not dying, so... But he's telling the 19, he's giving him a little bit of a warning there. 19 has been racing super aggressive today. And a lot of drivers probably don't appreciate that. And if Brett does choose to race in the truck series, that might be an issue for some of the rookies that are racing there. Glenn, I said it was still green. "20 minutes until the start of the truck race." Or, well, until the start of the truck qualifying, rather. Truck race technically doesn't start until 15. 7:15. I'm thinking about cutting down that race to 40 laps now instead of 50. It's going to be 3 wide for the lead. Court on the bottom. Wolf in the middle. Almost 4 wide, and that was not a good idea. Brett is going to take the lead. 11 laps to go. Random's speed is still broken. Some mechanical problems here for Random, unfortunately. He's going to need a caution here to potentially fix that. .45 to the back of the 19, down onto the bottom. Brett's going to try to take the lead here. Court still has it for now, but Brett will lead that lap. 10 laps to go from Perez Motorsports Campus. And a big chance for 5 of these drivers trying to vie for the lead here. Anyone could get their first win ever. Wolf Day on the bottom. If they make the... Yeah, Wolf Day, give up the lead here. Give up the lead when it's safe. Okay, there you go. Good. You're good. You're good. You're good. And Rapid is unfortunately going to have to park it, so he'll get the 9th place points. Glenn is hoping for a crash. And Random is going to come into pit road. .9 to go. Wolf Day in the lead. Almost 4 wide, and we got problems. Priscilla. I'm going to say one last verbal warning there for Priscilla. That probably should have been a 2 out of 3 there. Serious motor problems for Random. Yeah, I'm sorry. I really don't know what's going on. I really don't. It's like Kevin Harvick says, crappy ass parts. Eight laps to go from Perez Motorsports Campus. The Maverick E-Truck Series coming up after this. Some of these drivers you will see in that race. A couple of others that are just Truck Series exclusives. Blue flag should be coming up here shortly. I think that's Random up there, about ready to get passed by the leaders. He's going to have to hope for a yellow here, and he might get it soon. 4 wide for the lead, at least temporary. 3 wide, 2 rows deep. The first 6 cars in the field, 3 wide. Now it's almost 4 wide for second. This is going to be interesting as we come to 7 to go. Off of turn 4, that's going to put Kane into the lead. Court second, Wolf third, Brett fourth. I think that's Priscilla fifth. Big crash on the bottom. That's going to be a caution. That was 3 seconds. Race back to the line. Well, Blen, Random, you two got the yellow that you wanted. This is going to be the race back to the line here. And I think the big challenge here for Random is to stay on. Actually, no, he doesn't even have to, because even if he gets lapped here, he'll probably get that lucky dog. I don't even think that's what it's called anymore in NASCAR, but that's okay. Still lucky dog in my heart. Oh, good Lord. And they will cross the line. We will be restarting with 3 laps to go. Pit road is open, by the way, if you want to get your yellow flag stops in quickly. Okay, Random speed has been fixed. I have noticed, though, less people are reporting broken speed since I put the limiter into pit road only, so I'm wondering if that didn't have something to do with it. I think the limiter being on the front stretch broke the speed a little bit, so I think we'll just take those lessons and move on. I thought it would help with the broken speed, but I guess not. Sushi, what are you doing? So I guess Sushi will be to the back. Well, that means that you can come in. That means you can line up for pit road, Sushi. When I say that, you don't go down pit road until I fucking tell you to on yellow. I thought I said that like 3 times tonight. Okay, well, Brett and Wolf, are you the only ones pitting? Okay, I guess that means yes. Countdown is for the pits only, so that means Brett and Wolf are the only ones that should be following the... Okay, we're good. So Brett's going to come into his stop there, and Wolf, I think Wolf might actually beat him out here. Brett was a lot slower on the input there in pit road. I don't know. Yep, Wolf is going to beat him out of pit road. How fast you click that button means everything with these types of pit stops, unfortunately. And that might actually be more of a blessing for Brett than Wolf, because that means Brett has a little bit more room to work with the further back he is. And we'll be restarting with 3 laps to go here. So we started with 10, we're down to 8. Pretty good retention, all things considered. Yeah, 55, you're to the back. by the way. So Brett, I want you to take where that 55 is. 44, I want you to go where Brett was. And 55 and 44 switch. That's what I probably meant to say there. Brett, you and the 40. Okay, sorry, 44. You and Brett switch. Brett's trying to get into that grid slot there. Wait, no. Am I getting this all wrong here? No, that's right, because the 44 beat Brett out of pit road. I am so sorry. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So, Brett, you're good up into that bottom slot there. Okay. Yeah, I am so sorry, guys. My brain is fried. I don't know why. I had a pretty good night's sleep, so I don't know why. I also had my coffee today, so I'm taking good care of myself. So we got 3 laps to go. There is overtime in this league for the rookies, so please, for the love of Christ, do not wreck. I've thought about instituting the Winston Cup rules for the final 3 laps, but I guess we're ready to go. Green flag back in the air. 3 laps to go. It's going to determine 7.5 miles to go here from Perez Motorsports Park. Actually, more like 8 miles to go. This Quirt up into the lead. He won 5 or 6 times. I think he won 5 times last season. Please remember, winner of the race, we'd like you to stick around for burnout and, of course, the victory lane photo. I have a feeling we're going to get a first-time winner here. As they come into the final, or as they come into the first corner here, 2 laps to go. And it's the Polish driver, Bleniak, or, sorry, I typed it into Google Translate, and it told me how it's pronounced. But I forgot. I think it said, like, Bleniak or something. So I know I've been pronouncing that completely wrong for, like, the last 2 months now. To the bottom of the track, 27 retakes the lead. He's looking for his first win in over a year. Over 14 months since his last ERT win. 2 drivers looking for their first win, Blen and Brett. Brett in his first ever ERT start. And as they come into turn... Oh, we got problems, and it's going to stay green. 1 lap to go, presented by Hankook. Random in the lead. It's 3 wide for 3rd place. Here comes Quirt on the high side. Blen gets a little bit of help here from Sushi. And they'll go to the bottom to block. 1 man into the grass. It's Priscilla. Goes back up into the track. And it's a crash. No yellow here on the final lap. That's going to take a couple of cars out of the race. Priscilla and Sushi. And we got problems. Blood is going to go into the wall. He's got random. Quirt is going to be in the lead. Coming through turn 4 for the final time. He's still got the 44 right there. And Quirt is going to win the first race at Perez Motorsports Campus. Quirt will win the first race of the season. And an idiotic move by Priscilla will get Sushi out of contention for the win. They had a good chance to win. And a heartbreaking end for Blen, Brett, Priscilla, and Sushi. Brett not happy with the 45 in particular. And that was a heck of a finish. Wolf Day did not win that race. I think we caught it on camera, so we're just going to have to take a look back at what happened. But Wolf Day is not your winner. The board is lying to you. I saw Quirt cross the line with my own eyes. Quirt is your winner. He started from the pole, and now he is your winner. So he's got the max amount of points in a race here. And, of course, we'd like to remind you today's today's Victory Lane celebration is brought to you by Maverick, Adventure's first stop. course, this is Victory's first stop, presented by Maverick. And Quirt is your winner here in the first race of Season 4. What a way to start the season. A heck of a finish. This is the type of finish that this track was constructed for. We knew that this was going to come down to the wire. A almost, not really an overtime restart, but kind of. And Quirt will go to victory lane once again. Today's win brought to you by Maverick, Adventure's first stop. And we know what the goal is for Quirt heading into the season. He wants to try to go for the championship. He knows what he's capable of this season after what he did in Season 3. I believe he finished second in the point standings last season. He obviously finished behind Forza. He had Matthew as well to contend with. It came down to a final couple of races. Unfortunately, couldn't get it done in overdrive last season. But he will win. That is how you want to start off Season 4. The regular season champion last season. Got his first win at Homestead last year. That was the second race of the season. Also will be our next race tomorrow. Coming up next on the Perez Sports Network, we got the Maverick E-Truck Series coming up for you. That'll be live here on Perez Sports Network. Of course, it'll be a 40-lap race here around Perez Motorsports Campus. And then tomorrow, we got the Hankook E-Cup Series again tomorrow at the same time, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern, as your favorite drivers will take on the Homestead Miami Speedway, as we will follow Quirt to victory lane. Of course, we got victory lane photos coming up right after this, brought to you by Maverick. Again, the Waffle House 150 is coming up for you right after this. Quirt, if you can get the the confetti for us, that'd also be nice. It's behind the board there. It's behind the board. Oh, there you go. So Quirt, your winner at Perez Motorsports Campus. The first ever winner at this brand new racetrack. It was finished over the summer. And coming up after this, 5 minutes will be qualifying for the truck race. We'll go live for the truck race at 7:15. And the picture will be taken in 3, 2, 1, picture. Well, with that, we'll have standings up for the Cup Series after the truck race, and of course we'll have those standings for you on our pre-race show tomorrow from Homestead Miami Speedway. Other than that, we'd like to thank you so much for tuning in here for the Cup race. If that's all you're here for, we thank you for sticking around. Other than that, please wait. Coming up on Perez Sports Network is going to be the Maverick E-Truck Series for the Waffle House 150 from Perez Motorsports Campus. We'll see you then, but if that's all you're here for, thank you for so much for tuning in. And until next time.